Grand Rising Soul Tribe, Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, the shares, views, subscribes, the comments, generous donations in all forms. I appreciate it all. We're going to ring the bell. Let's go ahead and clear out the energy, and then we're going to see what the message the Spirit has for us whenever you happen to see this. Someone has some clarity about their situation, and they're not happy. They're talking underneath their breath, I can't believe I believe. Da, 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 da. Someone has some clarity about everything that they allow themselves to go through. They're thinking about this opportunity that they blew in the past. And now they're regretful. They know that they knew that this day was going to come, that they was going to have to grow up. Hey, sis. Now it's like somebody wants to go back to where they belong. Hey, Lightworker William, how are you? Sis. Let me put her out. Hold on. Go on. Go on, girl. Go. Go on. Thank you so very much for your patience. I knew that I was not going to be able to concentrate if I didn't get her little behind out the door. And I feel like that's kind of what somebody was feeling like they was going through. They're unable to concentrate because they let a good thing go on out the door. Like there's one of the cards, the stack that says a fool is going to keep what they need to lose and lose what they need to keep. This person finally realized they was nothing but a fool. They want to go back to where they belong in life, not to the past. They want to go back to where they belong in life. Sometimes people aren't meant to live in the high rise in the sky. And other people aren't meant to live in the low in the gutters. Someone is going back to where they belong, with the people they belong. Bottom of the deck, the sun. They're clear on this. Yes, they're clear on this. They cannot defend where they're at right now. They can't make up any more excuses. Well, the only reason I'm there is this, that, and the other. Blah. They know they don't belong there. Somebody was holding back from coming up, from realizing what it was. They was trying to hold back and make excuses for, the move that they made, the path that they took. But you know what? They can't make no more excuses. And at least you didn't make an excuse at all. Someone feels judged by you. They know that you have called judgment on this entire situation. And you know what else? Not only did you call judgment on the entire situation, but you was justified to do it. Somebody knew that they was acting way out of character. Somebody knew that they was fucking up. Somebody knew that they blew it. But yet they still want to act like, no. Now it's to the point they can no longer say that. They can no longer act like that. They can no longer pretend. I feel like, there may have been somebody, a mother, a grandmother, a aunt, somebody that somebody may have looked up to, an older cousin, somebody that maybe somebody looked up to, stepmom, that caused a whole lot of bullshit, a whole lot of grief. Hey, Nancy. They caused a whole lot of grief by being a motherfucking jabberjaws. You remember that cartoon from way back in the day? I think it was like in the 70s. Jabberjaws. 70s, early 80s. Probably, may have been late 70s, early 80s. Jabberjaws. That shark. Somebody was just jabberjawing it up. Jabber, 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 jabber. Somebody's thinking about now, everything that you did and how you used to pull a rabbit out the motherfucking hat by yourself. How you was the most giving person. And you know what? Not only were you a giving person, it's not a lot that you took. Now, if somebody wanted to give you a present, you would gladly accept that, but you didn't go out and just try and take something. You didn't just try and say, well, you know how some people, they will try and be a shyster, and they'll try and trick somebody out their drawers while they're walking in them, or they'll try and trick somebody out of this or trick some. That wasn't you. Somebody's starting to wake up. They didn't, and they're starting to wake up. They woke the fuck up. And they realized they was the only one that was hanging upside down. They sacrificed a good thing. Not you. You are the good thing that they sacrificed. This is what this person is realizing now. That you didn't sacrifice shit. It hurt you, but you didn't sacrifice a damn thing. They sacrificed it all. All of it. Now somebody knows it's time for them to get the fuck gone. Wherever they found themselves that they don't like, that they don't appreciate, that they don't care for, that they don't feel welcomed at, that they don't feel respected at, that they don't feel loved at, it's time for them to get the fuck gone. Lightworker William, thank you so very much. Time for them to get the fuck gone. Been time. They was never supposed to even have been there. But you know what? Sometimes our lack of integrity, sometimes our lack of honesty, sometimes our lack of loyalty has us really fucking up our lives. Because we're looking on the outside, and it looked like somebody on the outside got it going on, and we feel like, well, we want to have it going on too. So we do something to fuck it up so we never get it going on, only to get the fuck up out of what we had, get out there and realize they ain't got shit going on. We was better off where we was at. We liked our life before it got hectic. Someone is thinking about you. And they don't blame you for having your boundaries up. They don't blame you for protecting yourself. They don't blame you for putting the shield around yourself. They don't blame you for kicking their ass the fuck out. They don't blame you. They blame themselves. For the longest time, this person is like they refuse to grow up. They refuse to hear any messages. They refuse to learn any lessons. They refuse to look at things, in a way that said, okay, well, let me not just think with my, my ass. Let me really use my brain when I'm thinking. Let me check out the whole situation. See, somebody now realizes they wasn't strong enough to work with you, to stand by you, to stand 10 toes down with you. They wasn't strong enough. No offense to them, but they was weak. They was a coward back then. No offense, but it is what it is. See, somebody realized that it's time for them to leave that toxic environment where they're at. Because right now, they got themselves in some type of quandary that they are having a hard time getting out of. They want to go back to the life that they had. If I could turn back time from Cher, they want to go back. They don't want to be there anymore. They want to come. They want to offer you this cup of love. They want to apologize profusely to you. See, now somebody's had an opportunity to think, hey, Hypsee, Grand Rising. They have had an opportunity to think about what you brought to the table, about who you are, about who you've always been. Thank you so very much, Hypsee. Somebody now they've gone within. In fact, this person has even gone within and they looked at other family members that they may have. They're giving somebody else the bombastic side eye. See, somebody was expecting some information to come in. They was expecting an offer. They was expecting something so big. They couldn't wait. They could not wait. They was expecting this thing to come in, and the shit never came. And they felt like a fool. They was expecting somebody else to love them like you do. They was expecting somebody else to make the sacrifice like you do. To go all out, above and beyond. Off we go into the wild blue yonder, just like you do or did or have. And what they got instead was a broken fucking heart. That's when they realized, I don't belong here at all with these motherfuckers. I can't stand these motherfuckers. I don't even like these motherfuckers. What the fuck am I doing here with these motherfuckers? This person, they just thinking about the stupid shit that they did. How they thought that they was, I'm gonna be there for a good time. I ain't gonna be there for no long time. Cause I know how to get over on Collective. I know what to do. Collective ain't going nowhere. You know who I am. You know who I is. Collective ain't going nowhere. Collective is gone. This person is stuck looking stupid. Hey, that boy, CC. Good morning. And see, all because somebody thought that they was working on something, like they was obtaining some type of position. They was growing into whoever, but now somebody see that what they was doing or who they was hanging out with or who they was following, they was working on some shit that they didn't want to have worked out because the shit that they was working on was not good shit. If you're going to work on something, make sure it's worth your time. Make sure it's worth your energy. Somebody realized this was not worth their time. This was not worth their energy. And now somebody's sitting here praying, prayerful that they can go back to their life. This is somebody who is watching you. They watch you often. They often watch you. And you know what? They get sad when they do. Not sad because of anything else except the fact that they had an opportunity with you. The biggest, best, baddest, most beautiful, brightest opportunity with you, and they blew it. Now somebody's asking for one more opportunity, please. Give me one more chance. I just want to do this right. I want to go back. They look like they in their pajamas, like they waiting to wake up from a nightmare. I want to go back. If I click my heels 3 times, can I go back to where I belong, please? Somebody really feels burdened. They allowed somebody to talk them out of, talk them into, talk in their ear, bullshit them with so much bullshit. Somebody's realizing that person over there, that motherfucker was lying. That was all they was doing was fucking lying. This is why this person is now out in the cold looking at everything, what they invested in. Not a motherfucking damn thing. This person realized they invested in fucking lying. That was it. I'm telling you, somebody is thinking about you. They're thinking about the past. They're thinking about everything you've done for them, how good you were to them. They're thinking about everything that's sunshiny, that's beautiful, that represents you. And they're also thinking about how they blew it. They had this stability, and now they're so sad because they wanted to choose a different family. They wanted to choose something better. They said, like they had a choice. Do I want to be with this family or do I want to be with this family? Well, this one, I really don't know these motherfuckers like that. And they ain't been tried and true, but they're new. And they look shiny too. But this one, I've been with this one for a while. And yeah, I know this one didn't help me do this and help me do that and help me, save me. So, they sacrificed themselves for me. Yeah. But this one over here looks shiny and brand new. It's like somebody was trying to decide which way did they want to go. And somebody, it's like even though you told them the truth, even though you put it down, even though you showed them that the proof is in the pudding, they still said, no, I'm not going to. And that's how this person realizes that they fucked themselves up. They fucked themselves up by having so much ego, by winning at all costs, by wanting to show you how the game was played. Hey, Robert. And that's all good. You love a good game. But the only thing is that this person didn't realize at that time was you wasn't playing no games. You was for real, not for play. See, the person they really know that they fucked themselves up when they stop listening to their own intuition. When they stopped listening to their own intuition, oh, it was a ribbity rap. It was done. It was all over after that. And that's when they allowed themselves to be led into the devil's lair, to be the eyes of like, oh, look at us, what's shiny? Look what looks new. That's when they allow themselves to be lied to, manipulated, used, to have that life that don't nobody want. Nobody. And that's when this whole group, the new group said, oh, we got us a live one over here, baby. Hey, Awakened Chosen. Hey, Cleo. See, somebody thought they was so fucking smart. They thought they was smarter than you. They was like, I got the game and gone with it. I got the game and gone with it. They just knew they were so smart, only to find out that they did not have the game. They didn't even know the fucking rules. They didn't even know what the fucking game was called. Actually, to be honest, they didn't even know that they was playing a fucking game. Now somebody has definitely learned a lesson for sure. Number one, what they learned was that you an earth angel. You sit on the right-hand side of God. Ain't shit that they can do to you that's really going to affect you. They've learned that everything that they do, trying to do it to you, is coming back on them. That's what they learned. And this was a lesson that this person learned, that stop thinking that you're tricking somebody, because you ain't tricking nobody but yourself. All them little magic tricks and games and this and that and the other. You thought that you was teaching somebody something. No, you was being taught. Self-taught at that. You taught yourself a motherfucking lesson. Now somebody, they want to come back. They want to return to you. They want to apologize to you. They want to make things right with you. They want to heal this whole thing. And they are asking God, please allow them to return to where they belong. Absolutely, light worker, William. They played stupid games and they won a stupid ass prize. They don't even like the prize that they won. It's like, you went through all this. You made it to the game show, and then you found out that the game show was going to be televised in 42 different countries. You got your hair done, you got your nails done, you even got your feet did, even though they're not going to be looking at your feet. You had a professional person come in and do the makeup. You had this, you had that. You had somebody come in and buy you some nice looking clothes. You get on the TV on the game show, and you doing it. You beating it. You doing this, you doing that. You win the game show. Oh, you're the winner. They have all the streams and all that confetti and shit come down. You won. And they pull back. They said, okay, what do you want? Behind door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3? And everybody's like, damn, I don't know. And the crowd's like, door number 3. And you like, okay, well, let me choose door number 3. And they pull that curtain back, or that door start to slide back. And you like, what the fuck is that? What is that? Let me get closer. I can't. What is that? And you go up to it and you look at it and you touch it and you like, is this a Jello mold of ravioli-os? Is that what this shit is? Is this a Jello mold of ravioli-os? Oh no, what's behind door number one and what's behind door number two? Door number one, they let you see what's behind there. It's this little piece of paper that says you get a free hug on a Wednesday. Door number two, they pull that back and you look and you see that it's two feathers in an ink pen. Some stupid shit like that. You played a stupid fucking game and you won a stupid fucking prize. Somebody realized there was nothing but stupid prizes, no matter what door they chose. I'm telling you. Yes, confirmation too. That was the lesson that they refused to learn back then. And they was forced to learn that shit now. This is, like I said, somebody wants some healing to happen. And they ain't talking about sexual healing. But if they are, they ain't talking about it on this channel. They want some spiritual healing to happen. What's the message, Spirit? You was so ready. You was like telling everybody, I'm going to be on TV. Look on channel 11. Watch me, channel 11. I'm not sure what day it's going to be airing on in your country, in your neighborhood, but I'm going to be there. I'm going to let you know. I'm going to let you know. Yes. Yes, a very sad story, Robert. You know, like I said, this emperor had to think about everything that they invested and who they should have invested with. And I bet your name is coming up every single time. Because like I said, they refused to learn the lesson on their own. But they learning the shit now. They learning this motherfucker right now. Leave the devil the fuck alone. Leave the devil alone. There was no choice. There was no option. I'll say it like that. There was no option. You only had one choice. And that one choice was your Queen of Cups. That was your one choice, your Queen of Cups. But somebody thought that they was playing Slick Rick, Half Nickel Slick or some shit like that. See, somebody didn't realize that what they sacrificed was somebody else that was going to be there to do whatever it was that they needed to make sure that their life was a lot easier to get through, to get past, to get by. But instead, they had to force somebody to walk away from their bullshit. Hey, Marcia. Hola. Hey, Malcolm. Somebody had to walk away from their bullshit. They said they had the biggest opportunity ever. And they blew it. They blew it because they allowed somebody else in their ear. What's the message? Now they want to, they finally realized it's time for them to grow up. Now they want to go back to where they belong in life. Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, please. Oh, please. Please, 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 oh, please, oh, please, let me go back. But somebody knows that they got to deal with something first. They know that karma is coming in. They know that hard times are here. They know that they have these people that they're now associated with that don't really care about them. You know, and it's this person's plan. This person's plan, the only plan that they got is to go back to this earth angel, to you. That's the only thing they really want to do. That's the only plan that they're trying to make. You know, now they want to defend you. Now they want to protect you. Now that they want to tell you, here, get behind me. I got you. I'm going to make sure that I protect you. Because they know who you are. You a truth teller. You worthy. You very spiritual. They need these things. This is what they know now. They need these things. They need you. They need you. It ain't about I want collective in my life. No, this is getting serious. They realize they need you. Just like you need that air that you're breathing to survive, to live, to thrive. They need you. What's the message? They need to go back to where they belong. Somebody's got something that they want to express, whether it's via text, email, phone call, or whatever. Somebody got something that they want to express, and it could be their shock of them learning that you got them on the outside, that you're not allowing them in because of some shit that they done done. You know, it could be that this person, you know, want to talk about, you know, hey, they understand why you got them blocked off, because there was a question in their loyalty. There was some question with their integrity and in their honesty. So until you could have those questions answered, until they could give you the correct response to what you already knew, you was going to give them some space for them to think about that shit. For them to really think about what they really wanted. And whatever they decided they really wanted, you was going to be like, hey, that's cool. I'm with that. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. But the one thing you did know is that you was not going to be the one to sit here and accept no motherfucking bullshit. You wasn't going to sit here and accept no, I'm playing second fiddle. You wasn't going to sit here and play the, well, it's okay for you to disrespect me. You wasn't going to sit here and play the, well, I understand that today you changed your mind about me and I'm okay, but you wasn't going to do none of that. You wasn't going to do none of that. Whatever you say you want, player, I'm going to let you have just that. I'm going to give it to you. That way you could see what prize it was that you actually won. Yeah, somebody, they got something to tell you, honey. Let me tell you something. It is how they got themselves caught up. Somebody's experiencing some karma. What they put out is what they got back. They didn't think about that shit. I'm telling you, somebody, they feel in a certain way because they feel like they out here by themselves, unprotected, looking like a fool, no one to count on, because they refuse to use their own intuition. Somebody is waking up that it's their intuition that they need to use, not somebody else's, I got a plan. Fuck somebody else's plan. That's exactly what this is saying. Fuck somebody else's plan. Use your own intuition. Where's your brain at? What you think is going to fucking happen? How would you act? How would you respond? How would you feel? Somebody is something is mirroring back to somebody. We got 93 and 39. 93, well, we had 93 people and 39 likes. Can we get some more likes, please? Now we got 97 people. Can we get some more likes, please? I'd appreciate it. Yep. Something about that someone's intuition. You know, they refuse to listen to it. Their intuition was telling them, hey, their intuition kept trying to warn them, kept trying to tell them, kept trying to instruct them on the way to go. Hey, Joshua Bezalel, how are you? What's the message, Spirit? Yep. Somebody is finally waking up. You know, they finally understand, and that life is real. That thing that we do when we have that controller in our hands and we sitting in front of the TV or the computer and we doing pew 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 pew, and we trying to, oh, let me reload this, and oh, let me get some more lives over here. That shit is fake. What we go through on a daily basis, when we go out the door, when we interact with other real people face to face, that shit is real. Somebody needed to realize life is real. It ain't no fucking game. Hey, Platinum, how are you? 777X, how are you? See, somebody realizing it's justified for them to get what they not, what they, it's justified for them to have to deal with what they did. They sacrificed you to now they're being sacrificed over and over and over again. You know, that opportunity now, somebody, and now this person is really sitting here thinking about this opportunity, this big ass opportunity that they had. That all they had to do was work with you. But instead of working with you, this person think, oh, I'm gonna go somewhere else. I'm gonna do something else because something else looks shiny, yo. Now this person with a broken heart. Now this person sitting there, please, 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 begging God to come back. Upset about what they said, about how they acted, about what they did, about how they just disrespected you, discarded you, or disregarded. What's the message, Spirit? That Ten of Swords keep wanting to come out, and they watching you. If there's one thing for certain, two things for sure, this person is watching you. Watching you with that broken heart, that same broken heart. That same, oh my God, I ruined my entire life. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah, this person, they can't get out of these feelings. You know, and like I said, and they know it's because they did too damn much. They thought that they could, you know, it's like before you try and put something else on somebody else's shoulders, you better stop to think about how much you can actually lift. Because see, this person was under the guise that I can lift 1,000 pounds. I'm very strong. And they was looking at you like, and you can only lift 50. I'm going to put an extra 900 pounds on that weight bar to see if you can lift it. I'm going to put an extra 1,200 pounds on that weight bar to see if you can lift it. And you lifted it. But then when it was their turn to lift the weights, oh, and they realized, oh, shit, this shit is heavier than a motherfucker. I can't lift this shit. But see, you made it look so easy. Like I said, this could be somebody from your family. This is somebody that's thinking about the past. This is somebody that's thinking about what they had with you. This is somebody who was thinking about how good it was with you. And they can't get out of it because they thinking they did too fucking much. Hey, J Mike. Hey, Original. How are you? They thinking that they did way too much. Now, like I said, that opportunity that this person thought that they had, they see that they blew it the fuck up. And they're praying, dear God, if you don't give me anything, please give me this opportunity. Please let this person, to accept my apology. Please let this whole thing go away. So now somebody had to go within and they had to do some real thinking about actions. Their actions and reactions. Actions and reactions. What's the message, Spirit? Yep. They had to think about actions and reactions. They had to think about whatever they're going to do something. Don't be a part of the crowd. Be an individual. Be that lone wolf. That way, people can't sit here and say, well, what'd you do that for? Why you go with those people? Why you do it like they did? That was stupid. Be a lone wolf. Be a leader. Be the person that you want to see show up for you. Be that person. Now, if you don't want somebody to show up and be trying to steal from you, trying to play games on you, trying to run these emotional mind games and these manipulation, if you don't want to be that person, if you don't want to see that person, if you don't want that person to come up to you, don't be that person. Be the person that you want in your life. Somebody had to look at somebody else. Like I said, it could have been a mother, could have been a grandmother, could have been an aunt, could have been an older cousin, could have been anybody. Somebody was giving them some bad advice. Bad advice. When I say bad, I mean worse than Michael Jackson bad advice. And somebody had to really use their own discernment. They had to use their own judgment when it came to who loved them and who they love. Somebody had to make up their own mind about who they love. Confirmation. Hey, Paul, how are you? It's like you can't sit there, and somebody had to realize I can't sit there and let Karen tell me, you don't love Jody. Jody don't love you. Well, Karen, how the fuck you know? Because your name is not Roger and it ain't Jody. Your name is fucking Karen. So how the fuck you know? Stay in your own lane. Roger had to finally decide, you know what? I do love Jody. And the way that Jody treats me, Jody does love me. Somebody had to realize it's time for me to go back. I got to go back to where I belong. No, Karen, you belong right here in these streets with all this drama and this trauma. This you all day long, girl. But me, I belong at home with Jody. Somebody decided, somebody had decided that they were no longer with these people because they're not number one, these people were not, I feel like these people were not supposed to have been connected because they're not connected. They're not connected by blood. They're not connected by birth. They're not connected. They're not people of, and I feel like it's like you know how they say what is it that they say? Not the birds of a feather, not that one. But like if somebody is not equally yoked, I feel like it's that. Somebody's realizing they was not equally yoked with that group, with that person, with that mob. This is why somebody wants to go and they want to heal things with you. Because they know that if anybody is worth it, it's you. What else, Spirit? Like Worker Williams said, Newton's third law of motion applies to universal principles and laws. It states that for every action or force in nature, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Amen. Yep. Somebody's thinking about, not just, how long it's taken them to build up. I feel like somebody's looking at you, how long you have taken to grow into the person that you are. And they realize that, you know what? You are a star. You're a guiding light. You are a beacon of truth, a beacon of God. You are somebody, you're a healer. You are somebody that's special. Somebody that is special. And that's why they know why they got blocked. See, we got the Empress, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. And they know the reason that you blocked them, because here's the Eight of Cups down here. Oops. Reason that you blocked them is because they was refusing to work on themselves. If they didn't want to work on themselves, hey, Anissa, they didn't have to, but you were going to leave them right where they stood. Yep. They realize this is justice, what they get. We got Justice, the Six of Pentacles, the Hangman, and the Ace of Swords. Because they're thinking about, hey, everything that they put out, that's what they get back. They know this. They can't even be mad at anybody, let alone you. They know that you are their shining star. You are their counterpart. You are the one who's like, no, we don't do it like that over here. Hey, Red Violet, how are you? Somebody's realizing, no, collective don't do it like that. I don't do it like that. I need to be more like collective. Because they know you're going to tell it like it needs to be told. Somebody's thinking about how somebody else was holding back from them. See, this is what they looked at like, oh, look at that bright, shiny thing. That's the one who was holding back from them. That's the one who was shortchanging them. That's the one who was fucking up their opportunities. That's why they said it's time for them to go back. It's time for them to start working with the people that they know is strong enough. The people that they know is about peace. Natural and urban, how are you? Yep. Oh, somebody's embarrassed too. They are embarrassed to even show their face. Yeah, somebody is embarrassed to show their face because they know that they missed an opportunity. They missed an opportunity because they called themselves trying to argue with you, trying to tussle you down, trying to take you down. You ever tried to fight with somebody's mama before? That mama, she ain't letting it happen like that. She gonna grab a belt She gonna start swinging that belt. She gonna pull out that little horse whip that she been having, waiting for your ass, but you didn't even know that she had. She about to do it to it. The taser, the dog shock collar, all of that shit. Somebody should feel like they can't even show their face. They thought that, I feel like, an adult child, they feel like I'm an adult now. I don't have to listen to my mama. I ain't got to listen to my parent, my daddy. I ain't got to listen to my parent. I can do what the fuck I want. I can talk to them anywhere I want. Sure enough, you sure the fuck can. But you can also get that karma all of that way. Any way that you want it, you can get it. See, somebody's realizing that you didn't have to come out your skin to be like, I'm beating your ass. You didn't have to do all that. You said, oh, okay, that's how you want to play it. Okay. You sat back. You got comfortable. And you allowed the Lord to do the work that you didn't even want to have to do. Right. Burger King said, have it your way. Exactly. Welcome to Burger King. Well. What would you like today? What kind of, how'd you want that shit cooked? Because I got you, baby. You said you wanted that well done. Give me a minute. I got you. What's the message? Right, natural and urban. Right. Confirmation. What's the message? See, somebody that they didn't know. Yeah. Now they sitting here, dear God, I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I don't know what I was thinking, but I know that shit was wrong. My whole life is breaking down. My whole life is fucked up. Everything. Dear God, please stop whooping my ass. I'm sorry. I'm going to go back to my mama. I'm going to go back to my daddy. I'll be like, please, I apologize. See, somebody was confused when they thought there was a choice. You ain't got no choice. Young sir, young ma'am, you ain't got no choice. You ain't got no options when it comes to God. None. Zero, zilch. We're going to put one more card. We're going to swing this pendulum. Then I'm going to get up off of here and get to work, y'all. Right. Pressed as all you got. You better believe they pressed as fuck. Yep. See, somebody realizes that they did themselves so dirty. They was being so young, so immature, and they allowed themselves to hurt themselves when they were sitting here listening to somebody that did not have any good sense, any kind words, any of that thing for them. Now they want to go back. They waking up like, how the fuck I get over here? Where is Timbuktu? And how come my cell phone don't have no bars? I ain't got no service out here. How the hell do I get back home? Damn, somebody's confused. And now that, they're on their journey, they want to come back to you. They're coming back to you. Exactly, Red Violet. Been around the world and I can't find my baby. I don't know and I don't know why. Right. Why he's gone away and I don't know where he can be. That's what somebody's feeling. I don't know where my baby could be. Hey, Melissa. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and swing the pendulum. Spirit, which way is the pendulum going to swing this morning? Which way is the pendulum going to swing this morning? Looks like it's swinging no. And it looks like it's barely swinging, but it is swinging a no. All right, y'all. Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you all. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day today, and we will see each other soon. All right. Thank you so very much for the gifts. I appreciate them so much. All right, y'all. I love you all. Hey, Letitia. Bye now.